that I've started installing the electrical. So I mounted my electrical panel on the wall, and I used you can see the wood studs on the top and bottom, and I used those so that I could mount the box to the wood and then mount the wood into the framing members themselves. I would have just mounted the box directly to the framing members, but it wasn't wide enough to cover the span between the two studs. I was very particular the way that I wired these outlets. I sat down and planned out where each tool would be, each of my large tools in the trailer. So for example, I have my air compressor, and I know that that's going to be a large, draw of power. So it is on a dedicated circuit. There's no other outlets on the same circuit as the air compressor. The same thing is true for my miter saw. I have it on a dedicated outlet, as well as my shop vac. That is also on a dedicated outlet, on a dedicated line with its own breaker in the breaker panel. I figured I'd show you one of these close up so you could see the whole process. Place my box. And you'll notice I've got a gap below and above. That's so that I can get my screws in on these little flanges, these wings. And then I'll come back with closed cell foam and fill these in. I'm using hex head screws, self-tapping metal screws. There are 5/16 head, and I'm just drilling that right into that metal framing member. And I'm opting to use the holes are set up like a triangle, so I'm using the ones furthest away from the wall because I don't want to accidentally go out the exterior wall. And there you go. Now I can run this straight through, top the box to my outlet. So I finally finished all the wiring. I don't have it all attached yet, but all the wires are in place. Got a little messy up here. I ended up using tape in the front. I couldn't use my hooks. When I'm able to use these metal hooks, it actually went a lot cleaner. So all along the sides, I just have those metal hooks. But let me show you what I've wired here. So this outlet here is for my lights. I'll plug all my LED rope lights into that outlet. And then this one is for my bed, just charging phone or whatever, iPad. Any electronics. This outlet down here is for the HVAC unit, and I made sure to put the shop vac, which is this outlet here, and the miter saw, which is this outlet there. Those are on two separate strings so that I don't trip any breakers. Now you'll notice I use 12-2 wire, which a lot of people say is overkill, but I want to make sure I'm not tripping circuits, and I'll use 20 amp GFCI fuses in the main panel. And then coming out here to the end is just a miscellaneous outlet. Coming around to the other side, this is my light switch, and I actually used a 12-3 wire here, and that is so I can control the lights from the entrance from the ramp, and then the other switch is right here on the door. That's my other end of my 12-3. Sorry for the contrast, you probably can't see that too well. This one is going to run my air compressor, and then this is just miscellaneous, and this one will be probably mainly used for batteries, like my batteries for my tools. And then all that, again, is organized up here with these wire clips, which were very handy. They're actually clips for securing wires on solar panels. And I bring that all down here and into the main panel. Oh, I've got one down here, that's for my mini fridge. This whole front area will have a platform that goes above the main panel, which is why I left these Romex wires exposed. All of that'll be basically like the utility closet of the trailer. So that'll all be framed in, and you won't be able to see any of that. And that's also where I have a lot of tool storage. And I'll build framing around like this is where the inverter and the batteries are gonna go, so I'll frame all that in so nothing can bump them or break them. But yeah, this is a big moment. I'm now officially ready to start putting the walls back on. Hey, look at that. Second wall going in. Okay, well, I want to show you guys a little time-saving device that I bought. I haven't actually used it yet, so I don't know if it works well or not, but from other videos I've seen, it looks like it does. It's called Blind Mark. I don't know if you can, that's come through on the video, but it is a series of magnets. You set this side, arrow up into an electrical box like this, and it can adjust to fit in there just perfect. Anyway, you put that in there, and then you put your wall over it, and then you have this, and it's got the black dots are very strong magnets, and it'll stick perfectly over that on the wall, and then you can trace it and cut it, and then your wall goes up perfectly without having to measure for outlets. There, just like that. I take my locator magnet, arrow up, and it perfectly snaps. That is great. And then we trace around that with our Sharpie. I can't believe how easy that was. If you've ever done this and had to measure these, you know it's a real pain in the neck. I mean, it's not like it's impossible, it's just takes time, you have to be super meticulous. This just makes the whole process easier. Now I just pull this out, use it on the next one. That's great, I love it. Fantastic. That was actually a pretty clever idea, Jen. I'm gonna give it to you. Take this guy. What? That's awesome. There's one right there. Now the moment of truth. See if this actually fits. Okay. Now that one. Oh, that one's way off.
Oh.
That's not even close.
No, it's not.
Ugh, God, this one's way off too.
What the heck?
Oh, 'cause we're still.
That's still way off.
Yeah, that one's really bad.
Yeah, it is.
Well, apparently you need to finagle the tool a little bit.
I wonder,
That one was perfect.
It's like the magnet went here. Or here instead of here, you know?
Perhaps.
Why is that so wrong?
I don't know. That's so frustrating. Yeah, I'll have to widen this.
What the heck?
And this one, jeez.
You're gonna have to...
That's really bad. I don't know what I'm gonna do. You know, I wonder, since it's really important which way's up and down, I wonder if I accidentally flipped it over or something.
It has writing on it. It's like...
Yeah, and I just moved it. I don't feel like it would have, I don't know. I don't know what happened. Okay, babe.
Nice work.
Couldn't have done it without you. Thank you.
Yeah, you're
You're
welcome.
the best.
Thanks. You're doing great out here, honey.
Well, I hope so. It's been quite the process, but we're finally ready to paint the walls. So I have finished all the wiring, I placed all the outlet boxes, and then I cut out the holes in the walls, put the walls up, and then I wired all of the outlets. And now I'm just I blew out the trailer to get rid of all the dust and debris. And now I'm going to vacuum out everything and make sure the walls are clean from debris as much as possible to make sure the paint goes on nice and good. I will do 2 coats exterior ultra white paint, and then I'll do my trim, and then I'll build my shelves. So let's get cleaning. Unfortunately, my audio didn't record for this segment, but I was just kind of giving a recap of what I thought of the splatter paint, painting the walls this way. I really like the way that it turned out. It is just creative, it's different, it's unique. I like the chaos of it, and once I get the trim up on the walls, I feel like that'll be a really cool contrast between the chaos of the paint and the orderliness of the trim and how precise all of that is. So to me, this turned out wonderful. This might not be everybody's taste or style. If you don't like doing this, just do it your own way. I just wanted it to be kind of unique. So I've got the blue floor, the white walls with the orange splatter, which as I'm sure you saw in my other videos, is inspired by Boise State. I'm a big fan of their football team. So I recommend this to anybody. It's fun to do. My kids got involved in part of it, and we just had a lot of fun doing it and creating this. So anyway, good luck to you guys with your trailers. I hope you're able to make them exactly the way you want.